This is a free bus taking migrants from Brownsville, Texas to Chicago. The journey will take 26 hours, 1,400 miles. That's on top of the dangerous journey many migrants have already made to get to the United States. Texas, which is Republican-led, says it spent more than $100 million since 2022 on buses like this that move migrants to cities like Chicago, New York, and Denver, which are Democratic-led. Texas Governor Greg Abbott characterizes the move as bringing the border to those cities, while a White House advisor said he's using human beings as political pawns. For the cities further north, the arrivals have exacerbated homelessness and stretched social services. Reuters recently spoke with more than a dozen migrants as they waited days for buses to leave Texas. Jose Manuel is one of them. Reuters is withholding his full name for security reasons. The asylum seeker from Venezuela says his journey was difficult and long. Then he had to pass an initial asylum screening in detention.
A diferencia allá adentro estaba encerrado, me sentía como un delincuente pues porque estábamos encerrados, detenidos. No había la misma libertad que acá afuera.
It wasn't his first choice, but Jose Manuel opted to board a bus to Chicago. His journey paid for by the state of Texas.
I feel an obligation to serve people who just need a hand up, not a hand out.
Andrea Rudnick co-founded the volunteer group Team Brownsville.
We never know from week to week how many buses leave. We are told only how many sandwiches to make. Honestly, that's our indicator of how many buses are going to leave.
Some of the migrants Reuters spoke with welcomed the free buses, but had little understanding of the geography of the United States.
How do you say where they're going?
Or the winter conditions they could face at their destinations.
Chicago. Oh, muy frío.
The best this volunteer can offer Jose Manuel for his trip is a long-sleeved shirt, as they've run out of coats. Others, like Fernando Fernandez and his partner Mariela Gil, end up making a difficult decision to head to different cities. Fernandez to Chicago, and Gil to the offer of a commercial bus ticket and a temporary housekeeping gig in Florida.
Entonces, lo que espero es encontrar donde llegar, así sea en un albergue, lo que sea, y para poder trabajar, para poder tener un mejor futuro o algo, darle lo mejor a mi familia, a mi mamá, a mis hijas, y comprarme mi casa más que todo también, en Colombia, para estar tranquilo también. Pero lejos donde la ciudad donde estaba.
What Fernandez arrives to falls short of a hostel. Like hundreds of others before him, he initially spends weeks sleeping at a police station and would ultimately end up taking a commercial bus to Florida to reunite with his partner. Chicago is now housing more than 15,000 migrants in shelters. But spending on migrants has sparked backlash from some who say the money should be used to help low-income Chicagoans.
The federal government.
Here's the city's mayor, Brandon Johnson, speaking last year.
Our ultimate goal is to get people off of floors, those who are sleeping outside, to get them indoors. And we're doing all that while making sure we're investing in people who have already been here.
Unlike Chicago, New York is legally obliged to house people experiencing homelessness. It has nearly 70,000 people in hotels, government buildings, and tent cities. The mayors of Chicago, New York, and Denver have repeatedly pushed for more federal money to help, while trying to discourage uncoordinated bus drop-offs. They've tried to take steps such as penalizing bus companies and pushing for faster access to work permits for newcomers. That's what Jose Manuel is waiting for. As he arrives in Chicago, he's overwhelmed by the sheer scale of it all.
No, la primera impresión es que es muy grande. Chicago es muy grande, un estado muy grande y muy bonito. Pero bueno, pensaba que como el principio ya de Chicago, bueno, ya me comenzó a impresionar por lo bonito que
mucho frío.
In all, Texas has bused some 100,000 migrants to Democratic cities since April of 2022.